Walter, an irritable mimic.
Oh, Walter.
To Murchison.
How old, how old your man making out? I understand you all going to buy the big hotels on the drive.
He finds a beer in the refrigerator, wanders over to Murchison, sipping and wiping his lips with the back of his hand and straddling a chair backwards to talk to the other man. Shrewd move.
Shrewd move. Your old man is right, man.
Tapping his head and half winking for the emphasis.
I mean, he knows how to operate. I mean, he thinks too big. You know what I mean? I mean, like, for a home, you know, but I think he's kind of running out of ideas now. I like to talk to him. Listen, man, I got some plans that could turn the city upside down. I mean, think like
he does. Big.
I mean, think like he does. Big. Invest big. Gamble big. Hell, lose big if you have to. You know what I mean? It's hard to find a man on this whole south side who understands my kind of thinking, you dig?
He scrutinizes Murchison again, drinks his beer, squints his eyes, and leans in close, confidential man to man.
Me and you ought to sit down and talk sometime, man. Man, I got some ideas.
George, with boredom.
Yeah, sometimes we'll have to do that, Walter.
Walter, understanding the indifference and offended.
Yeah, well, whenever you got time, man. I know you were a busy little boy.
Walter, please.
Walter bitterly hurt.
Walter bitterly hurt.
I know ain't nothing in this world busy as you color college boy with your fraternity Hanes and white shoes.
Ruth covering her face with humiliation.
Walter, Lee.
I see you all the time with books tucked under your arms, going to your
British AA mimic
classes. And for what? What the hell are you learning over there? Filling up your heads.
Counting off on his fingers.
With the sociology and the physicology, but they teaching you how to be a man, how to rule over the world, teaching you how to run a rubber plantation or a steel mill. Nah, just to talk proper and read books and wear the fabulous white shoes.
George looking at him with distaste, a little above it all.
You're all waxed up with bitterness, man.
Walter, intently, almost quietly, between the teeth, glaring at the boy.
And you ain't bitter, man? Ain't you just about had it yet? Don't you see those stars gleaming that you can't reach out and grab? You happy? You content son of a bitch. You happy?
Ooh.
You got it made. Bitter? Man, I'm a volcano. Bitter? Here, I'm a giant surrounded by ants. Ants who can't even understand what is the giant talking about.
Ruth passionately and suddenly.
Oh, Walter, ain't you with nobody?
Walter violently.
No, because I ain't nobody with me. Not even my own mother.
Walter, that's a terrible thing to say.
Beneatha enters, dressed for the evening in a cocktail dress and earrings, hair not
Beneatha. Oh, sorry, George.
Crosses to Beneatha, thoughtful with emphasis since this is a reversal.
You look great.
Walter, seeing his sister's hair for the first time.
What is the matter with your head?
Beneatha tired of the jokes now.
I cut it off, brother.
Walter coming close to inspect and walking around her.
Well, I'll be damned. So this is what they mean by African bush?
Really?
Ha ha! Let's go, George.
George looking at her.
You know something? I like it. It's Chuck. I mean, it really is.
Helps her into her wrap.
Yes, I think so too.
She goes to the mirror and starts to clutch at her hair.
Oh no, you leave yours alone, baby. You might turn out to have a pin-shaped head or something.
See y'all later.
Have a nice time.
Thanks. Good night.
Half out the door, he reopens it to Walter.
Good night, Prometheus.
Beneatha and George exit. Walter to Ruth.
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
after George.
See there? They got a point where they can't insult you, man, to man. They gotta go off talking about something ain't nobody never heard of.
How you know it was an insult?
To humor him.
Maybe Prometheus is a nice fellow.
Prometheus? I bet there ain't even no such thing. I bet he's a simple-minded clown.
Walter.
She stops what she is doing and looks at him.
Don't start.
Start what?
You're nagging. Where was I? Who was I with? How much money I spent?
Walter Lee. Why don't you just try to talk about it?
Walter, not listening.
I've been out of talking with people who understand me. People who care about the things I got on my mind.
I guess that means
Ruth,
people like Willie Harris.
Yes, people like Willie Harris.
Ruth, with a sudden flash of impatience.
Why don't you all just hurry up and keep a banking business and just stop talking about it?
Why? You want to know why? Because we all tied up in a race of people that don't know how to do nothing but moan, pray, and have babies.
The line is too bitter even for him, and he looks at her and sits down.
Oh, Walter.
Softly.
Honey, why can't you just stop fighting me?
Walter, without thinking.
Who's fighting you? Who even cares about you?
This line begins the retardation of his mood.
Well,
She waits a long time, and then, with resignation, starts to put away her things.
I guess I might as well go on to bed.
More or less to herself.
I don't know where we lost it, but we have.
Then to him,
I'm sorry about this new baby, Walter. I guess maybe I didn't realize how bad things was with us. I guess I didn't just realize.
she starts out to the bedroom and stops.
You want some
You want some hot milk?
Hot milk?
Yes, hot milk.
Why hot milk?
Because after all that liquor you came home with, you ought to have something hot in your stomach.
I don't want no milk.
Want some coffee then?
No, I do not want coffee. I don't want anything hot to drink.
Almost plaintively,
Why you always trying to give me something to eat?
Ruth standing and looking at him helplessly.
What else can I give you, Walter Lee Younger?
She stands and looks at him presently turns to go out again. She lifts his head and watches her. Oh, he lifts his head and watches her going away from him in a new mood which began to emerge when he asked her, "Who cares about you?"
It's been rough. Ain't it, baby?
She hears and stops, but does not turn around and continues to her back.
I guess between two people there ain't never as much understood as folks generally think there is. I mean, like between me and you.
She turns to face him.
How we get to the place?
No, this is still water. This is still water.
How we get to the place where we scared to talk softly to each other?
He waits, thinking hard himself.
Well, I think it gotta be like that.
He is thoughtful almost as a child would be.
Ruth, what is it that gets into people ought to be close?
I don't know, honey. I think about it a lot.
On account of you and me, the way things are between us, the way some things done come down between us.
There ain't so much between us, Walter. Not when you come and try to talk to me, try to be with me even a little, even.
Walter, total honesty.
Sometimes I don't even know how to try.
Walter.
Yes?
Ruth coming to him gently and with misgiving, but coming to him.
Honey, life don't gotta be like this. I mean, sometimes people could do things that are better. You mean, remember how we used to talk when Travis was born about the same we were going to live and the kind of house? Well,
She's stroking his head.
it's all starting to slip away from us.
He turns to her and him. They look at each other and kiss tenderly and hungrily. The door opens and Mama enters. Walter breaks away
Hey,
and
cutie.
jumps up.
Here comes Mama.
Oh, yeah, Mom.
Mama.
Where have you been?
Mother Steps.